Hi there.
Carlton, you're heavily involved in this show
Made you laugh.
at the Alberta Rose.
Yes.
I know it's still a little bit early; we're a week away. But what do you know that you're doing so far?
I know that I'm playing with Dave Call, Dover Weinberg, and Lloyd Jones in our regular band that we do Wednesdays at Blackwell. We're known as Soul Cooking. We will do a set with that band, and there's a rumor that Curtis Elgato will be part of our set.
And you're spreading that rumor.
I'm spreading that rumor. And the second thing I'm doing is the jazz portion, which is going to revolve around a tune that Charles Mingus did back in the 50s called Fables of Faubus.
Now, maybe there's some people watching who don't know what this Faubus thing is.
Oral Faubus, I believe that was his name, from Arkansas, Governor of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Basically, in the civil rights struggle, prevented a bunch of black kids from entering a school, and this is after the Brown versus
Board of Education.
Yeah, exactly. The whole thing was already set in motion, and he was defying it. And then President Roosevelt?
No, it was Eisenhower.
Or Eisenhower, excuse me. He went the other way and mobilized the National Guard of Arkansas to escort these kids into the school. And there's a lot of turmoil that surrounds everything. So,
Little Rock.
Little Rock, Arkansas, exactly. So, yeah.
Mingus had a habit of titling his tunes politically.
But Sue Mingus said that even though it seems that there was a political statement being made, Mingus was not overtly political like that. He would just comment on the music was supposed to make a commentary, and it was about what was on his mind, and it wasn't put out there to be a political sword of such. And obviously what was on his mind was very serious.
Right.
And just the fact that he would put it out there through the music is a strong statement.
How close do you follow Danny Richmond's playing, and when you play Mingus tunes?
You have to include the flavor of what Danny Richmond was about, because that was the fabric that Mingus would weave throughout his rhythms and the chords and whatnot. He's a flavor of what Mingus was about. I can't really remember any other drummer other than maybe Max Roach in the early days that Mingus played with so extensively. So we're going to play Fables of Faubus, and there's going to be double time sections. I mean, we're still following the form, but Mingus loved the fact that he could look at Danny Richmond and they would break the time up in so many interesting ways, but always sticking to the form. And it informs everything I do when I play Mingus music.
So this show is honoring Martin Luther King Jr. and is a benefit for the NAACP, and it's called I Have a Dream.
Right.
Why is it still important to do this?
Well, you consider the man basically was a fireball of civil rights. He made one of the greatest speeches in the world that we, to this day, still consider great oratory. The I Have a Dream speech. Just the fact that, you have a person that would put his life on the line for freedom and civil rights, enough to be arrested 29 times, and he eventually paid the ultimate price with his life. But before that and after that, he still remains one of the leaders as far as that goes. I don't have the Nobel Peace Prize. I didn't start the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and I didn't march all the marches that he did. So basically, what we have now, or most of what we have now, is because of his efforts, along with a lot of other people that put their lives on the line. He was the lightning rod for a lot of that.
I'm emceeing, and I feel honored to be asked to do that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to do a couple of radio shows on my show, The Message, at KMHD, and do a couple of Martin Luther King shows, and it reminds me of what I'm not, because this person did so much for his fellow man. You know, it reduces me in a good way. You know, and I think that a lot of what we have now is due to his efforts and those of the people around him. White, black, they were all different colors. You know?
So I see you have a Goodfoot All-Stars gig coming up.
Oh, yes.
Always look forward to those.
The Goodfoot All-Stars are back again at the Goodfoot.
What are you doing this time?
Same stuff.
Different day.
Different day. You know, we're learning some new stuff.
You can play the old stuff; it'd be just as good.
Well, see, that's the thing. You know,
because you play so infrequently.
And I think that even now the band. This is my 6th year in the band.
Yeah.
So I noticed the growth. We're elongating the jams as far as the time that we take between playing the head of the tune and the ending of the tune, and we're extending some of those jams in the middle. And there are things that we do with the James Brown material. We're learning it better. We're playing it better. There's a lot of growth with that band, and it's becoming the kind of thing where when I show up, I know kind of what's going to go on, but we're not being full of fear when we want to go somewhere else with it. Mainly, you know, we want the dancers to dance, so that's where the groove comes from. I mean, you know, we can sit on something for 10 minutes and, you know, let Devin take off, and yeah, I mean, that's important. So we're starting to kind of make that connection with the audience where we really serve them as far as the groove. And we're growing too. So yeah, this coming Saturday we're going to be at the Goodfoot 10 o'clock.
Well, all the information about that gig and Blackwell's and the show at the Alberta Rose will be on this very page, either above or below this screen. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.